One of the most inspiring video clips that was sent to me shows Israeli soldiers, hundreds of them, not from, all together, arms interlocked in a circle, concentric circles, swaying back and forth. And they're singing. There at the border with Gaza, with Gaza, they're singing V'hi Sha'amda. Shelo echad bilvad amad aleinu l'chaloseinu. That it's not just one who has tried to destroy us, but b'chol dor v'dor, every generation, amdim aleinu l'chaloseinu. V'HaKadosh Baruch Hu matzileinu miyadam, and Hashem saves us. This is a special time where the soldiers themselves, the ones on the front lines of the Hishtadlus, recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu matzileinu miyadam. These are the people most prone to say, it's koichi v'otzam yadi. It's my strength, it's my power, it's my skill, my bullets, my aim, my strength. And all of them together saying, HaKadosh Baruch Hu matzileinu miyadam. Like the soldiers of David HaMelech, thousands of years ago. There's a well-known story about a West Point cadet who was Jewish. He went through the training program at the academy at West Point, and they studied all the wars: Revolutionary War, Civil War, War of 1812, World War II, Korean War, World War I, all the battles, to learn strategy, tactics. They didn't learn any of the Israeli wars. Not 48, not 67, 73, and it bothered him. He thought maybe some anti-Semitism here. So he went and he complained to the instructor, and he said, why don't we learn about the Israeli wars? And the instructor said, I don't know, that's the curriculum. You have a problem, go ask the major. So he goes, ask the major says, I don't know. Go ask the colonel. So he goes to the colonel. The colonel is in charge of the whole base, who makes the curriculum. And he says, you know why we don't study those wars? Because those wars don't make any sense according to the rules that we teach you. We're trying to teach you military strategy. It doesn't apply to those wars. By all the rules of war that we teach, Israel shouldn't have won any of those wars. There are clear instances of HaKadosh Baruch Hu matzileinu miyadam. As Moshe Rabbeinu said, Parshas V'zos HaBracha, to Klal Yisrael, Ashreichem Yisrael mi kamoicha. Fortunate are you, Israel, who is like you? Am nosha b'Hashem, a people that is saved by Hashem, and who knows that. Mogei nezrecha v'asher cherev gavasecha, he is the shield of your help and the sword of your pride. And that will allow you to trample over the heights of the enemy. But in the beginning of V'hi Sha'amda, it says V'hi Sha'amda, and it, the song that they're singing, was talking about HaKadosh Baruch Hu matzileinu miyadam, but in the beginning it says V'hi, and it stood for them. What is it that stood for them? The Sridei Eish writes, V'hi Sha'amda, what is this? This is not a pasuk, this is something from the Haggadah Shel Pesach. We raise the glass of wine and we say V'hi Sha'amda. And it is it, this cup of wine, that has stood for us, that has been our protection. The wine that we drink separately from them, that we don't let them touch, that we have kept ourselves kadosh, separate and holy from the nations. That is what has been the secret to our survival. In what merit did the Jewish people come out of Mitzrayim? The Medrash tells us, Shalashinu, they didn't change their names, their clothing, their language. They stayed separate, holy. How was Noach able to be saved from the Teva? Saved from the Mabul? Only because he was in the Teva. Why couldn't Hashem have just saved him, destroy everyone else, and save Noach? Why did he have to be in the Teva? Because to be saved, he had to be separate. He had to be on his own. I heard a speech that was given by Rav Moshe Brown in Agudath Rockaway this past week. And he said that when things like this happen to Am Yisrael, we have to look inward, and the Rambam writes that it must be because of Maseim Aroyim, their bad acts. And he said, what are the bad acts? What bad acts could there be? The tefillin that we have are nicer than they've ever been in history, more square, all the black ink, all the chumras that machines could produce. The esrogim that he looked at over Yantif, each one nicer than the next. People are learning Torah and mitzvahs. What's Maaseyim Arayim? But the question is deeper. We're doing the Torah, we're learning Torah, we're doing mitzvahs, but who are we? Have we become so permeated by the culture around us? Is their entertainment our entertainment? Are their jokes what we laugh at? Have we lost sight of the tzura, the image of a Jew and the Jewish family, a holy, refined family that is separate, that is different? There is a statement, a zog from Reb Chaim Brisker. It's a sharp line. I don't always feel okay to say it, but I think we're all seeing it in the world around us. He said, "Ob the Yid macht nicht Kiddush, the Goy macht Havdalah." If the Jew doesn't make Kiddush to sanctify themselves and to be different, then the Goy makes Havdalah, makes a separation that we don't want to see from a negative way. I have friends, Palo Alto. Palo Alto is such an affluent, civilized, sophisticated, calm place, safe place. The Jews there, whether they're religious, not religious, they feel very integrated, very assimilated, very comfortable. They're shocked that their kids need armed security. They feel, at least, that they need armed security to go to the school, this fancy high school. It's $35,000 a year tuition for each kid. Armed security, they're in shock. What happened? I thought we were just Palo Altans. Not much. But it turns out that we don't really have friends. We've all had these conversations at work. People who we thought were our close friends. I know I had a conversation with someone who I thought was a close friend. All of a sudden, it's a complex issue. And people you see who we think are smart and sophisticated and educated would be happy to stand silently by, as they did 75 years ago. We can understand how that happened. It was then, the Holocaust. The German Jews were integrated, sophisticated. The German elite was, for all outward appearances, moral and sophisticated. We don't have friends. If the Jew doesn't make Kiddush, the guy makes Havdalah. And so our job is to hold that cup of wine, that Vihisha Amda. Embrace who we really are. It's time to pick a side. It's time to pick a team. To be proud Jews, proud Frum Jews, proud Torah Jews. With our yarmulkes and our tzitzis, and our connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the joy and the godliness that we radiate, that permeates our homes. And we do that. That will stand for us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu matzilenu miyadam, imher v'yameinu amen.